Hello, fifth grade violins. Now we are on Unit 4. The title of this unit is called Open and One Whole Step. We haven't really talked much about distances, but an interval is a distance between two notes. And we use the words whole step or half step to describe an interval or a distance. On your instrument, you notice that there's a first finger stripe, and so we're going to go put our first finger down on the stripe. The distance between your open string and the first stripe is a whole step. A half step is our smallest distance, and if we moved our finger closer to the end of the fingerboard there, where the little bump is, that would be a half step, and we don't need that yet. We're going to go open to first finger right on the stripe, and that is a whole step distance. So a whole step distance is going to the next letter name. So number 1 on page 10 goes from your open G to your first finger. Remember that after G in the musical alphabet is A, so it starts all over again. So first finger on your G string is A. The more you do that, the more you'll get it. I know it might not make sense when you're thinking of the alphabet, but A comes after G in the musical alphabet. So this exercise, this whole page, all the rhythms are the same, 1 through 4. I'm going to just kind of go through these kind of quickly. You can stop and redo them as necessary. So I'm going to go G string, first finger is A. This is my low A, and it starts with Taz. They do give you some hints in there too. If you get stuck, you can write something in or listen to this video or watch this video and see if that helps. Here we go. So one finger down on your G string. 1, 2, ready, number 1. A, G, back to A, G, A, G, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to go to my D string. So after D in the alphabet becomes E. So one finger on D is your E string. Don't get confused with your open E. Notice where it is in the staff. It's on the bottom line of the staff. That's a low note on the violin. Your open E, if you remember from page 5, that is a very high sounding note. So this is the lower version. Because our alphabet recycles or restarts after G, you're going to have more than one note on your violin that has the same letter name. Right, here we go. So one finger on the D string is E. This is number 2. 1, 2, ready, play. A string. This is pretty easy. After A comes B. So one finger down on your A string is the note B. Notice my left wrist is still pretty straight. My hamster is not squished. My bow hold still looks fantastic. I'm leaning my knuckles towards the tip. My pinky's on top. Here we go. And remember, your instrument holds up your bow. That's why this hand can be so light. It's light because the violin does all of the work for you. It holds down the bow. Here we go. 1 on A. Number 3. 1, 2, ready, play. Lastly, we're going to go to the E string, number 4. Remember, this is the weird one. First finger on your E string is F sharp. I'm not going to get into too long of an explanation, but if you've ever looked at a piano and noticed that there's 2 white keys right next to each other, in the case of this song, it would be E and F, but we need to have a whole step. So E to F is a half step. That's where we put our first finger way back here. You're not going to need to do that for a while. So we're going to go to the first stripe, and it's an F sharp. All of the other notes, if you looked at the piano, you're going to notice that there is, if you put 2 letters down, there's a key in between. This one is no different, but instead of having 2 white keys with a black key in the middle, this is a white key and then another white key in the middle and then a black key. So we have to have that one key in the middle, and that's why this is an F sharp. Here we go. One finger down. 1, 2, ready, play. 2, 3, 4. All right, so in less than 5 minutes or so, if you don't count all my talking, then you played all through number 10 at least one time. And go ahead and do them as many times as you need to, and I'll see you at your next sectional. Good luck and have happy practicing.